It's time for Seriously Let's Play.
Okay, welcome back to Seriously Let's Play. This is Roxanne. I'm playing Braca, Bloodhound, and I'm a troll bounty hunter.
And hi, of course, I am the GM, John. And, yeah,
this is our Shadowrun Let's Play.
absolutely. So let's go ahead and get the last two of our introductions in.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Steven. I'm playing Eddie.
And I'm Shawn, and I'm playing Ashley.
All right. So,
I do appreciate that we are an all-femme squad.
yeah,
Yeah.
mixing it up. When last we left our intrepid group of Shadowrunners, you had departed alongside Dockwagon and a group from Renraku to a bunker outside of Seattle out in the wilds. This has essentially become a jungle out here. A lot of trees and growth that in what we would have considered that area of the world would have been completely foreign. I mean, this is very odd. But it is full wilderness out here. The earth has reclaimed this area. And as your group descended in this hover vehicle onto a helipad, and doors open before anybody can really do anything, as if moving with alacrity and precision, the group from Dockwagon just takes off into the building. Pretty much leaving the Shadowrunners behind. Being
Even the Renraku
Yeah.
Shadowrunners? Okay.
the Dockwagon guys. These guys are military precision, and also judging based on the speed at which they are moving, you believe that they are likely heavily augmented as well.
Okay.
You're like, oh, okay, yeah, they're gone.
Thanks for waiting, guys.
All right, I guess it's time to get off this ship and explore this compound.
So you guys over there, you taking left? We'll take right.
The
Do they even pay attention?
they just basically grab their weapons and hop out, saunter towards a stairwell that seems to descend directly off the side of this helipad.
So the Dockwagon guys
Went into the
run
building.
out.
Yeah.
Like, they're like super speed. And then the other guys are like, oh, we're just going to sashay over to this.
Yeah.
So we know our way around.
Yeah.
This is where we're going.
Did any of them respond to the information that I gave them?
The information that you gave him last episode,
Yes.
yeah, you get a message from the one that had been talking with you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much 2 words. We know.
Okay.
It's hard to convey any kind of information with that, if it's if they're annoyed or if they're sympathetic. But that's the 2 words that you get. So your group has been given a map, and it leads you first and foremost off the helipad and into the building, and then your group will begin to travel east
All right.
into the facility.
I will travel in the middle.
So
And we're going into it. I know you said it was like a bunker, but I thought I
Yeah.
remember Benny saying there was like a tower.
yeah, there are several towers out here that you
And
see.
she's in one of them, right?
Yeah, supposedly there is a tower to the east of this location. You're not certain if perhaps the tunnels or the buildings that lead to it that your map takes you through, if they are subterranean or if they're above ground or anything. I mean, it's very
Okay.
hard to tell. This is a very wooded and dense area.
Okay.
Not that I trust Benny.
I don't trust Benny at all.
However, they did highlight part of the map for us. I guess we should start.
Let's head there. I
following
mean,
it.
I'm gonna do what they asked us to do. They are paying us 50 new yen, but
Are you gonna take point?
yeah, I'll take point.
All right.
I mean, I'm kind of like a meat shield.
I'll bring up the
Fall in.
rear, and Eddie will be stuck in the middle.
Yep.
Don't touch my rear.
Eddie in the middle.
Okay. As your group begins to enter, the power is on, but it is, other than the sounds of the fluorescent lights and the sounds of the air conditioning and the vents, it is dead quiet here.
Okay. Do we see any people? Sorry.
No, let's go ahead.
As you enter into the building off the helipad, there is nobody here. Not
Okay.
anyone to greet you. There is a terminal nearby for the actual location.
Does do either of you guys have any kind of ocular augmentation? Like I have cyber eyes with flare compensation, low light thermographic, smart link, and vision magnification.
I've got contact lenses with Image Link and Smart Link.
So Image Link and Smart Link allow you to see where you're aiming your gun.
Okay.
That essentially provides you a bonus to hit with your gun.
A heads-up display,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
Okay. My dynamic polarization lenses, do those offer any kind of...
No,
Okay.
sadly.
It is probably good that I'm going ahead because I have the thermographic,
Yeah.
so I should be able to see heat signatures, right?
Yes.
Plus, I have low light vision, so if we do get into an area where there are no lights or the lights go out, then I should be able to see. And I also have augmented reaction time.
Are we picking up any kind of signals, net connections, any kind of radio traffic?
There is a terminal nearby that you could probably jack into and see if there is a local area network that works here. But
See if there's a LAN party.
I'm going to do that. I guess, can I use analyze?
absolutely.
So within my intelligence?
Yes.
So that'd be 3. There we go.
Both of you is good at computer stuff, right?
Moderately good. I rolled 1-5.
1-5. All right. You hop on and you now have access to the local network.
Great.
You do have that, but really you're not finding much else currently.
Okay. And
So-
can I share? I can enable my teammates to have access to
Yeah,
then.
absolutely.
Okay. All right, so we're all online, guys. Not that it's going to do us any good. It doesn't look like there's anything active.
Okay. Can I access through this feed? Can I access like security cameras?
You can definitely try.
Okay. I'd like to access the security camera or plural cameras that have eyes on us.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do an intelligence or...
I
see.
don't. I would really only have intelligence.
All right.
And the good news is, if we have to get out of a pinch based on gun trivia, I got it.
Sweet.
There you go.
Cool.
It's one of my knowledge skills. Gun trivia.
There you go. Well, like I said, I'm really good at cop videos.
Well, hey, that would actually come in handy if someone pulled a gun on us and you're like, hey, I know exactly what kind of gun that is. And I know that if I like throw this thing in this spot of this gun, it'll just fall apart and become
There we go.
useless.
There we go.
You know exactly how many rounds of munitions each gun ever holds.
Exactly.
So you count
it's
ammo all the
intuition.
time.
What am I thinking? Actually, let's go ahead and make it a logic.
Okay, logic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is 5 dice.
Do you have any computers or anything like that?
I do not. Everything I have is pretty much
Social based?
peer-to-peer social.
Okay.
But I rolled a 1-5.
1-5. You get the immediate camera in the area looking down on this, looking down on the three of you.
Okay.
Wave Braca, we're on camera.
I wasn't able to find any other cameras that had us on it.
No, just
Okay.
the one.
Would I be able to either create a feedback loop on this camera to just kind of show like the past, I don't know, 10 seconds or so of us just chilling here?
You could try.
Or, yeah.
All right, don't wave.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, I would like to try.
All right.
Is that another logic?
That's going to be another logic.
Okay, that's another 5. It's 1-6.
So you create a freeze frame.
Okay.
It looks like you're all just standing there. But that's about it.
That's fine. I just need it for enough time to pull the thing that other Shadowrunner gave me out of my pocket and see what it is.
You reach into your pocket and pull out what appears to be a data stick. Think a USB flash drive kind of thing. You're not certain what's on it at all.
All right. Would I have to put it into the terminal that is in front of us, or is there a way that I can access this data on my own?
You could try and just plug it into, if you have a data pad or anything like that, you could do it that way. Comlink is also what it's called. Or you could plug it into this terminal right here.
Before you do that, you want me to check it out? I'm basically a weaponsmith, so I should be able to look at it and see if it's booby trapped, because I also do demolitions.
All right. Yeah. I'll hand it to you.
All right, so I am going to do an engineering check first.
All right, so with engineering, let's go ahead and do logic as well. I mean, yeah, let's stick with logic.
Oops,
sorry.
All right, so my engineering is 4, logic is 3, so that's 7. I rolled 3 6s.
Nice.
Nice. No, there is nothing booby trapped in it. It appears to this be a singular set of programs. Like essentially one program and associated folders with it.
Okay. I'm gonna hand it back to Eddie and be like, it's not booby trapped. It's got programs in it and folders associated with it. It should be safe to look at the contents.
All right, I'll put it on my comm link.
Okay.
And try to access it. How big is it?
Not too terribly big. Accessing it, you see that it reads that it's a fairly simple program. A little black screen pops up in front of you. It says Renraku proprietary comm activation. You're not exactly certain what that means, but you just have this black screen pop up in front of you that says that.
Okay, kind of like a DOS boot up kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice command
it's
prompt.
it's not so much command prompt as if it is awaiting simply for you to hit enter on it almost.
Okay. Yeah, I'll attempt to do whatever I need to access this information.
You literally just reach out with your hand and touch the screen floating in front of you. There are, coming off this room, there are 4 doors that are in this room immediately with you. You just touch it. All 4 doors open simultaneously.
Whoa. Well, this might actually prove useful.
Immediately, Braca, because she also has cyber ears with audio enhancement. I want to hear if I can hear anything coming from any of those. And I also have select sound filter, so like I could focus on each door.
Yeah, you can focus. You can also focus on individual sounds.
Exactly, but I want to focus on, see if I hear anything coming from anything, and if I can focus on where it's coming from.
So that is going to be an intuition roll with any form of...
So my audio enhancement, tell me, cyber ears rating 2 with audio enhancement 3 and sound select filter 3.
I'm going to say that just for, let's say, for the equipment itself, add a 2 to your intuition.
Okay, so I is intuition.
I is intuition.
So I get 5 die then?
Yes.
My 1 is 3, and I get 2 for the other equipment. That is 3 successes.
3 successes?
Yeah.
Nice.
You listen, and in the immediate vicinity, you don't really hear anything. You do begin to pick up the dock wagon group had moved away from you. You actually are able to hear them.
Do I hear them going, hut, 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 hut?
You hear them, essentially you hear them making their moves and traveling further.
God, they're freaking loud.
Yeah, but
Do you guys hear that? Oh, and then I'm like, oh, my hearing aids are up.
Gotta turn the bell tones down.
You hear...
We are about to move into the barracks, requesting weapons free.
What the heck?
And they say, and you're not certain what the reply is, but it said,
Copy command.
Guys, they're
making our
weapons
approach.
free. Watch out.
Okay,
It's gonna
so
I think it's gonna light up somewhere.
when she said that, when Braca told us that, I'm gonna pull out my Ares Predator 4 and be ready for anything.
you're pretty sure they're nearing the furthest extent of what you'd be able to hear, just because of the way this place is constructed. You'll probably pick up echoes ever so often, but yeah.
Question: Can I use my shot? Can I have my shot gloves equipped and still use
Yes.
other weapons in my
Yes.
hands? Okay, cool. So I have my shot gloves on, and I'm going to go ahead. What is a Mossberg AMCMDT? Is that a shotgun?
Shotgun.
That is a shotgun.
Okay. And flechette ammo.
Flechette ammo actually does
It's not lethal, right? Or
no,
is
that
it lethal?
it is lethal.
Very lethal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was the lethal one.
Does really good against fleshy
Flesh,
targets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has a
'cause
little
it-
bit harder time with penetrating with armor, I
Okay.
believe.
That's okay because my Ares Predator 4 is equipped with explosive ammo, so I got the armored covered. You got the fleshy covered. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of batons.
Well, I've got more ammo than or more more
I also
weapons
have,
than I know
I
what
also
to
have
do
a
with.
Ruger 100 with a bipod, so I assume it's a rifle.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go ahead and have the Mossberg out,
Okay.
but I still have my shot gloves on as
All right.
well.
Quick question: the Ares Predator 4 is that rifle, handgun?
Ares Predator 4 is a high-level handgun.
Did we?
Okay, great. Because I
bring
didn't
the
know if I
book
was
out?
going to.
Oh, you have the books.
Yeah.
Because we can look up the equipment in the books, too.
Yeah, if you'd like, y'all can go ahead and use this one because I do have I have my PDFs as well.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will take the data stick out of my comm.
Okay.
And like, how small would you say it is? Would it be like the size of a fingernail?
Probably a little bit bigger.
Okay. So I can't hide it in my fingernail storage device.
That's awesome.
Technically, no. Sorry.
All right, then I'll just put it back in my pocket and pull up the security camera again and unfreeze frame it.
Okay.
So it'll just be like a jump in time, and it's just like, hey, the doors are open. Wait, they're standing in different places. What happened? But they'll never know.
Your group begins to move, I take it?
Yes.
Traveling?
Yeah, I mean, we have... Benny sent us like the highlighted map of where the direction that we should go, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's start following that until it seems prudent not to follow it anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
Benny might be a shill, but I don't trust the information he was giving us.
No, my character doesn't believe that he was lying, but she does believe that he doesn't have all the information, because it seems that nobody does.
Yeah. Or they're at least tight-lipped about it.
Yeah.
Not unlike Renraku to be a little tight-lipped about something.
Yeah.
That's, what it means.
I mean, and I will say...
If you translate it, it means tight lips. In the future, you can't disprove what I said.
So, you're...
I like you, but you're full of crap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. So,
Your group begins to travel into the facility. You travel probably a good 200, 300 yards down some hallways. The map, of course, it's hard to really guess the size of this place just looking at a map until you're actually in.
now,
this.
I do want to say that I have my thermographics
Okay.
going, so I am looking for
Any heat signature.
heat signatures, mostly people-shaped ones that look like maybe they're lying in wait
Yep.
for an attack or an ambush.
You arrive at essentially a series of doors, very heavy doors that lead you further into the complex. You get a feeling that everything up until now has been possibly, cafeterias, smaller sections, meeting rooms, things that really aren't. They're not exactly your typical corporate things. These aren't offices. These are just standard facilities that would have been for personal use.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like you're about to actually enter into whatever it is this facility actually does.
Okay, so we were going through
Yeah.
cafeterias,
Yeah. Cafeterias, libraries, things of that nature.
meeting offices.
Mhm.
Getting twerked on.
Ah.
So my chair keeps moving because my dog.
Before we open, so the doors are closed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any data ports nearby?
Nearby, yes, there would be.
Do you think we should try, Eddie, do you want to try and hack in and see if we can get some security camera access? See what's on the other side of the doors before we pop them?
All right. I'll do my best. And I'll, with a wink and a smile, attempt to access these security cameras.
Okay.
Just a logic roll again.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
Nice.
Nice.
How many die was that? How many dice was that?
5.
Nice.
Okay. So far, everything is going really well, and you managed to pull up the cameras for the immediate area, and especially what else is on the other side of this door. It looks like somebody is slumped up against the door on the other side of it.
Well, it looks like somebody's. Can I tell from what is there like blood, or is it like, are they breathing?
You take a moment, and I can definitely say that watching for a moment, you're going to say no, they are not breathing.
It looks like somebody's dead.
Violently? Gunshots? Do you see blood, gore?
You don't see any gore per se.
No gore.
Just not breathing.
Yeah, it just looks like they're not breathing. I'd say be careful.
Yeah, I think something got loose.
But definitely one of you guys should go first.
I'll go first. don't know if you've noticed, but I don't like bringing up race and stuff, but I am a troll. A little resistant to
I
some
wasn't
going
gonna
to
say anything.
I hadn't noticed. I don't see
You
things
know,
like
I
tusks.
don't think you know, I don't see the differences between us. So
I do.
but I'm going to go ahead and go up because I do have resistance to pathogens.
Yeah, if it's something viral though. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I'm still probably screwed. But let's... I do have poison antidotes. I know how to make them. Doesn't help here, but I'm just saying I might have something that can help.
I have poison anecdotes.
They're all about the band.
Yeah.
They're just nice little illustrations. And that's how we got Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Oh God. You don't know how many times I hear that song at work.
I'm sure you hear it a lot. I'm going to go ahead and very carefully move forward
I'm gonna cover.
into the area where this alleged body is lying.
I'm gonna cover her while covering my mouth with my hand to protect myself from pathogens.
And I'm gonna hide behind something.
Okay.
So, yeah, again, so I'm going to move up there. I've got anything on that might help me, audio enhancement. So my thermographic isn't picking up any heat from this body because it's dead, or is it picking up anything?
Nothing.
So it's just matched with the
But-
area around it?
Yeah. So you're just opening the door, and with your strength, you're easily able to kind of push the door open,
Okay.
even with the body leaning up against it.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the body is obviously dead human.
Sure.
You see that there is a large wound up near the neck. Like a huge chunk has been taken out of it.
Okay.
Like right there on the side of
Question.
the neck. Yes.
I know that this doesn't directly relate
Mhm.
at first blush, but I do have animal empathy.
Mhm.
In looking at what has occurred to this body, does it look like an animal bite?
Possibly.
Okay.
But the thing that you're noticing above all is an extreme lack of blood.
Blood?
Yes.
Do you think it's vampires?
Did you just like appear from behind me?
Yeah.
Am I what you hid behind and you just followed me down?
Yeah.
Are we sure it's not something that'll catch?
I read about this once.
All right.
There was this wave of cattle mutilations and they had the exact same thing. So,
Actually, go ahead and...
I'm an expert in parazoology, which means paranormal animal stuff. Aliens.
Yes, go ahead and make a test with intuition and your parazoology.
Okay, so that's 3. And then parazoology is 2, so I get to roll 5.
Okay, so it's either vampires or mosquitoes.
Aliens. Not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. That was Kaputski. I think it's aliens. I don't know anything. That was
Okay.
0 failures, so is that a glitch?
I'm not going to be running with that for right now, just because
Sweet.
we'll be here all night, and we got to get this game going.
That's right. Well, we're in it. It's going.
There's nothing immediately in your mind that strikes you as odd. This is probably just an animal bite to some extent. The blood missing.
But this is a corporate tower, is it not?
Yes, it is. And
Animal testing. This makes me very sad and angry.
But there is an elevator near here. According to your heads-up display, says that you need to travel into this or the staircase nearby and descend to reach your next portion of your path that will take you on to your final destination.
I vote we take the stairs. I don't know about you two, but I am not about to get trapped in an elevator today.
Yeah, I agree. I'd rather
I'm good
take the
with
stairs.
That's why I have a synthecardium. It helps my endurance.
Your group opens the door. There is a smell.
Oh no. Like
It could be a good smell.
coppery
Mm-hmm.
blood smell,
Yes.
or like a dank, rotten smell.
Coppery smell.
Like all the blood that wasn't in that body back there is in here.
Quite possibly.
Okay.
Great, vampire.
I feel, is anybody else getting the impression that maybe this little girl is not a little girl, or it's a little femme
Would
monster?
and just talking in character to the group, would a virologist?
Virologist.
I didn't go to school. Would they be studying something like vampires? Vampirism? Could that be a virus?
Ooh. Isn't it a virus, actually? Isn't there actually a sickness?
Oh, that's a good question. Does anybody have any knowledges that might back that up, or just want to make a general...
Parazoology and poison antidotes.
I do either.
Yeah.
Would that be intuition?
That would be intuition.
I'll do that. I'll
roll intuition
some
too.
dice.
What are gremlins?
Gremlins?
They're mogwai.
They're just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled 1 success.
I rolled 2.
Okay.
I didn't roll. I didn't think I had anything.
We're all
wondering-
talking,
you're-
so
Oh, am I rolling
Yeah.
something? Like I could roll parazoology?
Yeah. Either that or any form of virology, if anybody has anything along those
I
lines.
don't have virology.
Yeah.
I have first aid, survival tracking, unarmed combat. Ooh. 2 successes.
2 successes? All right. So going around the room. So Shawn, you got 1 success?
1 success.
You know that one of your favorite coptrids actually had... you had coptrids as a thing.
No,
back
me,
right?
I did.
No, you did. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's got the gun knowledge.
The gun, chemistry, engineering.
Okay. Then just in general, you've heard people, runners, talk about something called the human metahuman vampiric virus, which has sprung up in various forms, but the strain known as strain 3 is what has created what's known as ghouls, which are fairly common nuisance in the deeper sections of the sewers of Seattle.
Okay.
And so that's you had 1 success?
Yeah.
And then Steven, you had 2 successes, correct?
Yes.
As did I.
Yeah. Both of you have that knowledge, and going on from that, yes, ghouls are known for feasting on flesh altogether. That is kind of their MO. There are such a thing as vampires that are an earlier strain, and possibly other creatures that have been created or found in existence based on this.
Are they known to be reasonable?
There are legends of people who have been infected and maintained their intelligence, but there are also rumors that within the ghoul population that the vast majority of them lose their minds.
Okay, so there's a small possibility that if we run into any of whatever did this, I may be able to talk us out of it, but chances are you guys are going to have to,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, Eddie. Everything I know about what I've heard from ghouls, there's no reasoning with them. You got to put them down.
Well, okay. Let's keep going, proceeding cautiously.
So did we find blood in this room, or have we entered yet? Or are we still just talking?
Y'all had entered into that room.
And we just saw blood.
Yeah, well, there's the stairwell descending down, and
Oh,
you
okay,
smell
that's
it.
right.
So we're descending down, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As we're descending down carefully, alertly, does the smell get stronger?
Yes.
Yeah. God. Why can't I turn my nose off?
You also know, the two of you that got 2 successes, rumor is that infection is not immediate, and in some cases can take days or even weeks to process as the body is in a comatose state.
Oh,
So if we find an antidote, we need to find an antidote.
Well,
just in case.
you shared the knowledge. Now I'm kind of worried about homeboy upstairs reanimating if it is ghouls, and we got a potential enemy at our back right now.
You're right. I should be in the middle.
Do we need to go upstairs and give him a little love tap in the cranium so he doesn't
A
reanimate?
little double tap. Does that work?
Yeah.
Destroying the brain does kill it.
Oh yeah, no, they are. They don't exactly. How to put it? They're still mortal creatures. This isn't like a
I will. How long would it take me to go back?
I mean, I'm in the rear. I can.
I mean, if you're okay with doing,
I'm gonna run up the stairs
Do you
real
have
quick.
knives?
Yeah, I've actually.
I was gonna say,
I've got katanas. I've got survival knives.
if you can do something quiet, just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so are you guys gonna wait, or are you gonna keep going down the stairs?
No, I'll wait.
All right, I'm gonna run back up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out one of my katanas. I'm gonna kind of nudge. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of nudge the body, so because the way it's slumped, I can't get a clean cut. So I'm gonna kind of nudge it a little bit and try to lop its head off.
Okay. So you swing back and bring your sword forward and cut the head off. There's really no test necessary for this.
Okay.
Because it's not, it's not actively resisting.
Okay. Good. Head's done. We don't have to worry about him coming back to life.
Nice.
I'm gonna go back down the stairs and hook up with Eddie and Braca.
All right, and we will proceed onward towards the smell of blood.
The smell, after a while, you find handprints and, smears on the wall, puddles on staircases.
Saw this movie.
Drips.
Yeah, and the smell gets stronger and stronger as you
Still
continue
just blood
down.
though, not like
No
other
awful
bodily
smells.
fluid. Yeah, no awful.
It's not great.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I know what you
But
mean.
that's we're not noticing that like violent stink of death. I mean, it's just that coppery.
Yeah, because this
smell.
is
Okay.
somewhat fresh.
Gross.
50,000.
50,000.
50,000.
50,000.
I might have to see some therapist after this. That might use up that 50,000 really
It's all right.
quick.
You'll be able to afford it.
All right, more
50,000.
doors.
Yep.
Are we getting anywhere near to where
You
we were
reach,
told
yeah,
Matilda was?
not yet, but you reach the bottom of the staircase, and it is littered with bodies.
Do they have blood all out of them?
There is blood essentially everywhere, different sorts of marks, bite marks, other things. If you had to guess of what you can see, probably about 20 bodies that you will be stepping past.
Jeeps.
It was one thing to cut off one head, guys.
Yeah. Yuck.
How can we tell from them laying there? Are they single wounds? I mean, does it look like they were attacked or if they were fed on?
A little bit of column A, a little column B.
Okay.
But it does look like they all died here.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Or we're-
because of the amount of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least ended up here.
Yes. Possibly dragged here, but yeah.
So this is on a landing on the stairwell?
This is the bottom landing.
The bottom
And
landing, and there's a
the
door
door
beyond them?
beyond is where your map is telling you
Is
you
it
need to
open?
proceed. No.
I am worried that this is not so much like talking to Eddie and Braca. This seems less like hiding the evidence and more like incubation. Like this is something we're waiting. Something's waiting for.
Do we have comlink with the other team?
You haven't tried yet, but you can try and reach out to them.
I have their information, or I have we exchanged comms. So I'll send
Team 1 to Team 2.
I'll send the equivalent of a text message
I mean,
to
we're
the one that
obvious-
I've been in communication
Just
with.
make sure you know that we're team. They know that we're Team 1.
Okay.
It's really important.
To me.
I will just I assume I got either code names or real names, just without us having to actually communicate them.
You do not get an immediate reply.
Okay. I tell them that there's vampires or ghouls.
Great. Now they're gonna think we're a bunch of scaredy pansies.
And I'll send them,
Kind of am.
I assume that I could take pictures and send pictures as
on.
well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I take a picture of the 20 dead bodies that we found and
We've
say,
done this
hey.
before. Not this, but we've done something.
We've seen dead bodies before, but not like 20 of them
Yeah.
in a pile.
So I send pictures along with hey, there's vampires, be careful.
Don't.
Don't say vampires.
Don't.
Hi, there's vampires.
You take the picture, and as the sound of the camera goes off, a arm reaches out of the pile of bodies, and a strange creature begins to growl and pull itself out from between all of them.
Ew.
Yeah, sliding out from the
Mossberg.
flesh.
Mossberg.
sound-
Mossberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the sickly sound of flesh
Yeah,
scraping past other flesh and liquids, yeah. This creature, it's hard to really describe what it is. It appears to...
Ghoul? I mean, is that a
appears
ghoul?
to be... Looks like it's an infected dwarf of some sort.
It appears to be an infected dwarf. Is it a ghoul?
Its mouth, the lips are curled back. The teeth have part of the teeth have fallen out, and sharper razor teeth have pushed through the gums.
Are you seeing its mouth?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm hoping this isn't Matilda because I'm about to shoot.
Well, I want to attempt to.
Are you going to diplomat this?
I'm going to attempt to talk our way out of this. See if it can be talked to.
Okay, well, Eddie, when you do this, can you do it a little to the side?
Well, I'm going to do it from behind one of you, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
go
try.
ahead. I do have my Mossberg raised and trained on it.
Yeah, and I've got my Ares pointed right at it.
Okay. What would you like me to roll to attempt to diplomat this?
It's probably what is charisma?
I have negotiation with bargaining.
Nice.
Its fingers, kind of curl. What are you going to say? As it's basically, it looks like it wants to attack, but it's also looking at all of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey, wait, look, okay. I know that you're really tempted, probably right now, to attack us, but look at the situation that you're in. We have 2 people with guns targeted at you. If you try to attack us, chances are it's not going to end well for you. Now, we are in a scientific facility where there are many, many people in here who are very likely unarmed. We will let you pass by us and go up these stairs and go find them if you just leave us alone. You can have your fill. Just let us go by.
It looks
What
at
does he
you.
need to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is
and,
charisma C?
Would that be
definitely
my
gonna be a charisma. What kind of skill are you looking at? Negotiation?
negotiation bargaining?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so that is 18. That's 20 dice.
Nice. Here.
Now-
You want to borrow some?
Yes.
There's some in there or here?
Do you want to roll? And I will give you this option to move the game along. This is where you can actually buy rolls. For every 4 dice, you can get a success instead of rolling, or do you want to actually roll and see what you get?
I think he wants to roll 20 dice.
I want to roll 20 dice right now.
That is the best part of Shadowrun, is getting all that rolling out of your system.
So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm just hoping I get to shoot it.
I know.
But with 20 dice, I think he's going to succeed.
I don't know. It could be an impossible challenge, but...
All right, let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5
Okay.
successes.
Hey, that's a
Hey, there you go.
25% success.
And that is more than I would have gotten had I just taken 1 success for every 4.
That's right.
That's 1 more, but it's more.
It's more, though.
Its fingers curl inwards, and it kind of clutches its own hands in front of it.
It was a diplomat before this, and it's like, man, it's calling out to my
And
nature.
it looks, and it crooks its finger almost multi-jointedly. That's the best way to put it, is that there seems now to be other joints in its
Like
fingers.
other
Right.
extra joints in
extra
there?
joints, and it makes almost a question mark and looks at you and says, Renraku.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them upstairs.
Yeah, that's where we are.
It places its hands back together, palm to palm, and looks at you and considers. Who are you? As you're talking to it, you notice that the smell in the air begins to disappear. The smell of copper is now being replaced by something else.
I don't like that either.
Since this thing does seem to have intelligence and is able to communicate, I will step out from behind my 2 teammates to speak to it more person to person, and I will say, "We are runners.
Why are you here?
50,000 credits.
Yeah.
We've been offered a lot of money just to find someone, and all we're trying to do is find them so we can get back to our lives." I don't want to be here any more than you do. You can trust me on that. We were, in a sense, we were tricked to come here. By Renraku. They played us, much like they played you.
Allies.
And it raises its finger again in that question mark, kind of multi-jointed way.
We could be.
When the sun descends, we leave.
And it motions towards itself and the people on the ground.
I have no problem with that. Objections?
Yeah, I mean, you guys want to go free, more power to you.
And it motions,
I wasn't sitting here for you.
It motions towards the door, as if it's going to allow you to pass.
All right.
I have a question.
And it looks over at you.
Do you know who Matilda Hyde is?
The child.
Don't say the M word.
What do you want with her?
That's who we've been sitting here to find.
I escaped. If you wish to go, go.
And it motions towards the door.
All right.
So,
Now, you can try to... It's essentially not willing to give information. I mean, if you want to try to reason with it, you can.
I mean,
I think we got the information we needed.
my only other question would be, did she make you the way that you are?
No. No.
Okay, I'm creeped out. Let's go.
All right.
If Matilda did
Ew.
Renraku do this to you?
I am what I am. We made her.
Ew. Let's go.
and properly
Gross.
creeped out altogether. I think this is a
Yeah.
good point
Yeah.
to pause.
Next time on Seriously Let's Play, we'll find out if our heroes
their
actually get to
lunch.
walk past this creepy ghoul dwarf.
Yeah.
First,
All right. See y'all soon.
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye.
And that will do it for us tonight on Seriously Let's Play.
That's what happens when you try to make an anime adaptation while the manga is happening, so you have to just fill all that time.
Draw
You
it
see-
out.
I think it was Naruto that actually did like an entire 2 seasons separate from the manga while they were waiting.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
that worked.
It was, well, what happened was Naruto, the original was pretty much done.
Yeah.
So they were able to go from episode 1 to when Naruto and Sasuke fight and Sasuke leaves the Hidden Leaf
Yeah.
with no filler. And then they had to wait for Shippuden. So then there's that 2 seasons of filler that I could only get through 10 episodes before I was like, okay, I'm just going to jump over to Shippuden because it's out already because I was late to the bus on Naruto.
Yeah. I love it. That was... I got into it... God, I'm a horrible person. I, of course, did the Portobello Road translations. I don't know if either one of y'all were the big, nerd level where it was in the UK, a whole bunch of translation houses just would
Right.
record anime and make and translate it. And,
Yeah, a friend of mine burned the entire thing on DVDs and let me borrow that. That's how I watched it.
yeah.
So I probably also watched those without knowing what they were called.
Yeah. Yeah, that entire business no longer exists because they essentially shut down Portobello Road. Portobello Road was a famous road where trade goods were sold.
Yeah.
And so it was that way for forever, and then it became associated with many illegal things, and so they just shut the whole thing down. So,
Right.
And thus the anime industry became what it is today.
I liked Naruto, but I didn't grow to really love it until the Ninja Storm fighting games. Then, because most anime like that, the main character is never my favorite character because they're just so milquetoast and the best and always the goodest boy in the world.
Yeah.
So then those games came out, and I got to play as the other characters and kind of like get to know them more. And I'm just like, oh, Shikamaru's awesome. Hinata's awesome. All of these characters are just like the greatest, and Naruto's just there. Believe it.
Yeah. My thing is with Naruto are the movies. The movies are stellar.
I never saw them.
Each one is so good, and each one really deals with different characters. So, love it. And of course, I because we saw the overseas version, they left in all the deaths and all the
right.
Yeah, all the blood and everything.
Yeah,
so
those are the edits that I saw when I watched the anime, and then for Shippuden, I just read the manga. Yeah, because I knew there was going to be a lot of filler, and then my friend watched the Shippuden anime, and lo and behold, look at all that filler.
I have to admit, I've never seen Naruto.
It's
me neither.
Hard to.
I mean, I've seen the run.
Yeah, that's the only reference I know.
No,
is the
he wears the
Naruto
ramen swirl on his head.
It's one of those things. It's hard to like. I didn't think I was going to like it, and then I actually sat down and watched it, and I was like, "Oh no, this is actually good."
No, I mean my nephew loves it. I mean he constantly picks on me for not watching it, but at the same time he's never watched Trigun or.
Oh yeah, so you can
so good.
You should bully him.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Good.
Yeah.
Like, has he seen Cowboy Bebop?
No.
No, well, then screw him.
His anime opinions are trash.
That's right.
Yes.
I mean,
because he doesn't know. Oh no, I forgot his name. And he's my favorite Trigun character.
what were we listening to?
Wolfwood.
Oh, Wolfwood the priest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wolfwood
is awesome.
I love him. His cross gun
When the
is
straps
the
come
coolest.
off. Yeah.
Like with the first time he unveils
about
it,
My
I was
Hero
like,
Academia.
oh
Yep.
my god.
What was the thing that we were talking about? Or we were watching something. They were talking about anime, and they were like, "Oh, every time I come in and you're watching anime,
that
then it's
was,
All Might."
Cinematose Ken.
Oh, that's right. And his wife didn't understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny though.
I
He gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and watches anime while her and the baby are still asleep.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't get you.
I usually watch anime by myself because I prefer subtitles.
Oh, that
Yeah.
mic shorted out again.
Did it?
Did it? Or is it?
Something's going on.
It's back.
There we go. We might need to check that cable.
Yeah.
Uh,
It is.
I mean, it's not
He
caught
is-
on anything.
Yeah,
behind
but it
us.
is the whole.
It is the longest one.
The long, way too
The
many.
well, we just
joints.
need to save up and get the snake.
We do.
But
So,
yeah,
anyway,
I
go
usually watch anime by myself because I'd like subtitled better.
Yeah.
And Kelly can't do subtitled, and
No.
there's a few dubbed that I'll watch. Cowboy Bebop was a really good dub.
I watched.
That's yeah.
I watched My Hero Academia dubbed first,
Mm-hmm.
so I kept up with it because I was working on things at the time and I couldn't look away.
Right,
I was
yeah,
like, I need to
right.
be able to look at my computer and still get information, and so I've kind of dropped my I'm only a sub deletist because that's how
Yeah.
I am. I used to be that way, and now there have been one. Steins Gate was one of my favorites, and we watched it. yeah. What? Ocarine, but. We watched it subbed, and me and my cousin were like, "Oh, this is so good!" And then there was like a secret 25th episode that they released later. It was like a movie, and the file that I downloaded of it because I was pirating at the time. I haven't done that in a long time. I've broken my vice.
I used to say
I also
was-
have a job now.
Well, I used to say I was backing up for Netflix when they did the DVDs. I'd get DVDs,
Yep.
rip them, and send them back.
Yep. But the one I downloaded, I found out later that it did have a Japanese sub on it. It had the Japanese audio option, but it defaulted to the English option, and the voices were so wildly different from the Japanese versions that I was like, I can't watch this crap.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
like this is so off-putting.
for me. It's that, but the opposite for like Dragon Ball Z. Because if you the same. Because they use to say if a character keeps going, they'll use the same voice actor for them forever. So in like the original Dragon Ball, because Goku was a little kid, his voice actor is a lady, and it's been the same lady his entire run. So when you listen to the Japanese dub, even though he's a full grown man, he still has a very high pitched, whiny voice, and I can't do it. That's one of the only ones that it's like I can't do the Japanese.
Yeah.
Like the game Jump Force, it doesn't come with an English option, and I never play as Goku because I can't stand his voice.
Yeah.
Like no shade on the lady who does it. She's very, very likely a very nice lady.
Yeah. Well, it's like, is it Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix? That pig.
Oh yeah,
I can't freaking. But I watched the dubbed version of that too. I think.
I did. Yeah.
And the pig drives me nuts. But John used to show me like old. See, I have a thing against old anime, like 80s, early. Except for I like Akira. Akira was really good.
Well,
I've shown her like Black Magic M88 or whatever it was.
M85.
85, and
It was.
I forgot how bad the
It was
dubbing
so bad.
Oh, the dubbing? Yeah. It was,
Oh, yeah.
And
it
it's
was
just
horrible.
like, but it's because I really believe it. Because a lot of cartoons of that era, anime not excluded, all the voices were shrill and over the top, and I think it's because kids respond to that. And
Yeah.
I think it was like, because I didn't remember as an adult, or at least as a teenager, how shrill Smurfs were.
Oh, God.
Until they
yeah.
came back, until they were on Boomerang or Cartoon Network.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched it as a teenager, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is infuriating."
And it's like I felt the same way because on Hulu they have Yu Yu Hakusho, but they only have the Japanese dub. And watching it growing up, because I had to watch it on Toonami and Adult Swim, it's like they only aired it in English, and so I got really used to that, and I got used to like Yusuke's voice being like a certain way.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Japanese dub, and it's a little higher pitched, but at the same time, he's also a middle school student, so it's like it does make sense for him not to have the voice of a grown man, but at the same time, it doesn't grate on me nearly as much as Dragon Ball did with Goku, but it was one of those. It's like, man, I really wish I could watch the English dub, but I'll watch it subbed because I love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's such a good series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, how much will we put up with to watch something that we really like? And it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
so good though.
At least when I watched
That's
like,
pretty cool.
because for a while Hulu didn't have the English dub of Cowboy Bebop.
She hated it.
She hated the tournament.
No.
Or she hated the playmat.
She's not. No, she loves the playmat. She's not sure.
His wife won an event. It's the shop this weekend.
Oh, for DC Rebirth.
Yeah, she's not
Oh,
sure.
for DC Deck Builder.
Yeah, DC Deck Builder Rebirth. She's not sure if she likes the Rebirth format.
Oh, okay.
But she scored 42. Laura scored 28. I scored 27. And I'm like, well, you knew what you were
blew
doing.
us out of the water.
She goes, I just played it like I would DC Deck Builder. I just went for the high cards. And I'm like,
Yeah.
There you go.
that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I always go for the synergies, and it works about half the time.
If we're playing, I think it's the Forever Evil. I just go for Suicide Squad. I usually end up getting all 4 of them and end up racking like,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
what is
That'll do it.
32 points, 36 points.
Yeah, I'll, the one that I actually own is the Heroes United.
Nice. That's the only one we don't have yet.
Yeah, I like it because it has some of the Titans in it that you can
Yep.
play as, but Black Canary is really the only one worth playing as because she wins most of the time because she's the one who gets a bonus if you have villains, and most of the cards are villains.
Yep. Oddly enough, she hated the Teen Titan one. That was the first one we bought. And she was learning the mechanics and wasn't sure if she liked it, and just ended up, I guess, getting a block. But then she played Forever Evil. It was like, this is great. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about you.
Is that all villains?
You play as the villain defeating the heroes.
Yeah, the one that I played first was the base game.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's the game that you guys need to bring over
Yeah.
when we need to have the 3 of you over, because we've never played DC Deck Builder
It's
any
great.
format.
It's yeah. I also I got the Crisis expansion for the Heroes United. It's the Blackest Night,
Yep.
Yeah.
and so the first time
Is that the 2-player version?
it's the co-op.
Okay, that's what it is.
So like before Crisis came out, it was always the core sets are always competitive.
PvP.
Yeah. And then Crisis came out, that was the co-op, and then DC Rebirth is built as a cooperative campaign.
Oh, cool.
It's got 8 scenarios.
Ooh.
nice.
You beat
See, I like stuff like
if
that,
you beat
though.
the first scenario, you go to scenario 2. You have 2 chances to beat a scenario before you have to start over and go back to scenario 1.
It's Legacy.
Basically, it's
That's kind of
Legacy
how
Light.
It's
Yeah.
Legacy Light. Yep.
It's Legacy Light. And things that happens, like one of the things you're doing is you're defending locations. If like Gotham police station gets destroyed, it stays destroyed through the rest of that campaign you're playing.
Wow.
See, there's a Marvel deck builder. I know
Haven't played that one
Marvel.
yet.
I know Marvel I'm more familiar with Marvel characters
I am also.
than DC characters. But there's Marvel Versus,
Yeah.
which we do have a couple copies of in the shop.
And then Thanos Rising.
Thanos Rising is phenomenal,
That
but
is
it's
awesome.
completely. It's not a deck builder at all.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
It's a dice pool.
loosely, but it's a dice pool game, and you use.
I'd never played it. I just saw there are cards. So
Oh yeah,
I
you
I
should.
just made assumptions.
We all on Saturday. One of the other regular board game guys, Tim, and I played Thanos Rising with Shawn and Sammy, and we had a really good time.
Yeah, we beat Thanos.
I didn't think I would like that game when I first saw it. Because we did a Thanos Rising day, and that was one of the first times I met you and Kelly. But you guys wanted to play DC deck.
Yeah, we were
Builder
there.
instead.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't think I'd like this. Plus, I didn't like Infinity War, so I was like, this guy is a sea bag. So I was like, I don't want to see this guy's stupid ballsack chin this entire game.
The sad thing is, the whole time we were playing Thanos Rising, all I could think about is how I wanted to paint Thanos so it looked better.
Yeah, yeah, it's a well sculpted
Yes.
figure, but it's
Badly
not well colored.
That's a lot of them, though.
But it's
Yeah.
a pretty fun game. And they're coming out with a couple other versions of it. So Tim told me, John, and I didn't see this at the open house, but apparently there's also Darkseid Rising. We'll have Vader in the middle.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. I was thinking Darkseid, the DC villain.
Oh no,
I was
yeah.
thinking it would
Which would
just be
work
the
too,
same
yeah.
thing, but
Yeah.
with Darkseid and Apocalypse and
Yeah, no,
That's
I think
where
it's,
their mind
it's-
actually went. They're just like, we could do this for DC. And then there's like, ooh, but we could do it for Star Wars.
So instead of defending against the snap, you're defending against his Omega beams.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either going to be. He said Vader in the middle. I think it would be interesting if it was like Palpatine. But,
I think it'd be even more interesting if it was Yoda, the real villain
oh, that'd be something.
of the Star Wars universe.
Now, I have a thing about. Have we had a co-op rant on Jedi?
I don't think so, but I believe that
I believe the Jedi were the real bad guys.
if you
Or I think they
like
were at least
having
morally gray.
having played the Knights of the Old Republic games, like I always found the concept of gray Jedi, you know, the ones who pull from both the
Yeah.
light and dark side, are that's the ideal because that's the balance.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the true balance. Whereas but I mean, if you look at, oh man, I could go on all day. Once I watched the Clone Wars, the cartoon, I was like, oh my god. And I was never a huge Jedi fan anyway, but I
Yeah.
always associated them with the good guys because
Yeah.
that's how the films are framed.
Yeah.
Like what
And
they like
Darth
what they
Vader
did to
was
what's her
a
name?
dick.
Like what they did to what's her name? The
Ahsoka?
Yeah.
God, I love Ahsoka.
Oh, you touched the cord again.
Is it, or is it the flipping the switch?
no,
whenever-
the switch isn't getting flipped. It's the cable.
Oh yeah, no, it's every time his hand bumps
Yeah.
the cord.
I'm gonna
it-
try not to
Weird.
bump it.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it's we gotta figure something else out. We have a really long. Actually, Steven's got it. The really
Yeah.
long cable.
Yeah.
But
Hello, it's me,
but no,
long cable.
I love Ahsoka, and I need to read the comics. I think because I believe it's in the comics that it has the scene between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul that I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's in one of the graphic novels or something where Darth Maul dies in his arms on Tatooine, and I'm like, that's so awesome.
The one that I liked was
The
in
story is so much better in
Star
Clone
Wars Rebels when Ahsoka fights Darth Vader.
I haven't watched that yet, but I want to. You can tell me about it. But that's
She
awesome.
shatters part of the mask and recognizes his eye, and then it's like that's where the episode ends. It's like, oh,
Man, yeah,
Damn.
We've got an Ahsoka novel that came from John picked up one time.
what I had really wanted from Last Jedi was for Rey and Kylo to team up against Snoke and Luke and do the whole Gray Jedi thing. It's like, hey, I'm light, you're darkness. Let's
Let's work together.
Let's work
I would
together.
have been perfectly fine with Rey and Kylo teaming up if Kylo wasn't so dark side. Or at least
you mean?
I don't even know if he's actually dark side.
He's
He's
not.
like angst. He's the angsty side.
I was gonna say he's
just
angsty Jedi.
He's like the screamo Jedi.
He's like he's
I
like
mean-
that teenager that thought he was goth because he went to Hot Topic.
I enjoy some MCR, but he's like My Chemical Romance Jedi. or My Chemical
Wow.
Romance Sith.
That hurts
He's-
me right
Well,
here.
I said I got nothing against MCR. I can listen to Black Parade on repeat for a good long time, but I'm just like, I mean, can't you hear it? When I was a young boy,
I'm certain.
my father sent me away to Jedi camp.
so I
With
stabbed
my
him in the gut.
Uncle
Yeah.
Luke.
Well, it was funny when
One night,
when we saw
I
that
woke up.
when we saw that movie the first time. I broke the mood for Kelly because Kylo pulls his helmet off, and I instantly leaned over to her. He's like, he really needs to put that back on
He is ugly.
because I mean, he went from being scary to like,
Yeah. Well, and then when he has his little fit. I hope you're recording my song.
I am recording everything.
Good, because my song was good.
Yes, it was.
But no, I don't know. It was this weird moment. There were parts in the second one, the Last Jedi, that I was like, okay, I can see Kylo Ren making some, like they could develop him better.
Yeah.
And then-
Controversial opinion. I like Kylo Ren.
I just think he's a Skywalker. He's your traditional whiny butt male Skywalker.
Yeah.
yep.
And I don't think that makes him a bad guy. I mean, Luke was crybaby. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I have a parody film in there called Thumb Wars.
Oh, I love Thumb Wars.
And he's like, when Ooby Dooby, the Obi-Wan counterpart, finds Luke Groundrunner, he's like, oh, and you are the crybaby. And I'm like, yeah, that's Luke. And so, sometime, Shawn, we'll have to watch.
Definitely.
I have the whole box set. I'll just loan it
Nice.
to you. I have the whole box set of the thumb parodies.
Bat Thumb, and the Blair Thumb. Those are
the two best.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them.
Thumbtanic is okay.
Thumbtanic is okay.
Frank and Thumb and the God Thumb are pretty.
They're kinda
low-
whatever.
Low whatever, yeah. But Blair
they
Thumb
can't
is
all
my
be
favorite.
hits.
No,
Yeah,
they
Blair,
can't.
Blair Thumb is the best
There's only
one.
so many things you can do with your thumb. Then it'd be good.
Well,
and then
like sit and spin.
and then there's also Kung Pao.
Oh, I
No,
love
yeah. Have you ever seen Kung
Yes.
Pao? It's the same
Yeah.
guy who did the thumb parodies.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I'm all about. I know we need to get back to your story.
Kirk.
It's already 9:00 and we've
Yeah.
done one episode. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. We're just having a chat.
We're just friends hanging out.
Yeah, that's
right.
part of the
See,
game.
we edit this in, and it's the after show.
That's right.
I've done that before. And for my other game, Wooden Dojo, we have a couple episodes where it's just
Yeah, but see, we could just
random
leave it
chat.
in the episode, like at the end, and just have some funny talk about our thoughts on Star Wars.
Hey, boopy doopy.
He's talking to the dog again.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah,
getting in character.
It's Ooby Dooby Banooby, or it's Ooby Dooby.
Ooby doob, Scooby Doob,
Ooby Doob, Scooby Dooby Banooby.
Well, what is your name? Ooby Badooby.
Ooby Banooby.
What's your middle name? Scooby Dooby. So your name is Ooby Scooby Dooby
Banooby?
Badooby?
At the beginning when Dark Helmet,
Yeah.
so Dark Helmet Man meets Princess Bunhead.
This is Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet is
that's
what Rick
Spaceballs.
Moranis is, yeah.
yeah.
I can't remember what his name is in that, but he's but yeah, he meets Princess Bunhead,
Yeah.
and at the beginning scene, and she's like, no, I can't quote it, but it's like, you're bad and we are good, and good and bad cannot be together, because good is good and bad is bad, and bad is not good. Good, bad, bad, good, bad, good.
Yeah, I love when they're in their cantina and it's just like, I'm hand duet. This is crunchy.
Yeah, and he's like, "Argh." It's so stupid.
It's all stupid. That's what's
Yeah.
great
I know
about
it's so great, and he just flat blasts Guido
God bless you, Steve Odenkirk.
or Guido. I think it's Guido in that one. Anyway, okay.
Wow.
All right, I have to get in the mindset of a 19-year-old girl.
Yeah.
A 19-year-old girl that I invented.
That is going on a
I gotta get
mercenary
my-
run.
I gotta get my Braca voice on, guys. She's got a little bit of a rasp. I'm trying not to give her the voice that I used to shout at Rodarius.
Rodarius.
One of the Shadowrun games, one of the pre-gens and the box for 6th edition his name is Rude, but his full name is Rodarius.
Rodarius.
And our friend Matt played Rodarius, and I just kept going, Rodarius, no! Don't go out there! Your mother will kill me if you get hurt!
I'm fine, Ma.
Rodarius! And then, Matt found the box set somewhere else and had opened it up. I think he bought it. And I sent him a voice chat. Your mother would be so proud! Anyway. So I'm trying not to become that character. I think that was Flash Drive
Yeah.
that talked like that.
Yeah, it was.